There are two ways of starting work with TRIOS patient monitoring on Unite. TRIOS patient monitoring with full monitoring options is available for every patient who has a minimum of 2 scans. Open the patient with scans available in the Patient Media Library. Now you can select the scans that you would like to compare and select the patient monitoring application available as a possible action for those scans. In that case, patient monitoring opens directly in the segmentation step or the compare step if the scans are already segmented. You can also start by opening a patient with scans available and then create a new case. Then choose patient monitoring from the available possibilities. In this case, you'll be able to use all the benefits of scan selection that are possible in the patient monitoring workflow. The last option is to open the patient with only 1 scan available. Start patient monitoring in one of 2 ways, and use the light version of that application. In this scenario, you'll be able to only analyze the scan. The patient monitoring settings can be checked and adjusted on the Settings page. By default, segmentation is set to be performed locally on your PC to support offline usage. However, online segmentation can be selected if needed. Patient monitoring supports taking snapshots, and the default directory where these will be stored can be defined on the Settings page. We recommend that you scan every patient on every visit to get the most value from patient monitoring. To use patient monitoring, please ensure that all scans are post-processed and that each case is created under the same patient's ID. Patient monitoring opens at the Scan Selection step, which shows all the available patient scans. The scans correspond to the dates on the timeline. Here you can select scans to compare by clicking on the scans one by one. You can also use the Select All button. Filtering options are available for a specific date range, by segmentation status, or by the type of scan. When scans are selected, the software moves to the segmentation step and automatically starts segmenting any new and unsegmented scans. This step separates the teeth from the gingiva and labels each tooth. Once segmented, you can validate the segmentation by checking the teeth IDs, the separation between the teeth, and between the teeth and the gingiva. Previously segmented and validated scans are marked with a green check mark. Corrections or modifications can be done if needed. To learn more, go to the segmentation video. Once ready, click Accept and Continue. In the Compare step, you can now compare scans to see differences, visualize changes, and perform measurements. To compare, start with selecting a scan pair. To select which scans to compare and inspect, move the sliders on the timeline. The beige slider, which corresponds to the newer scan in the selected pair, controls which scan to display in color, while the blue slider, which corresponds to the older scan of the selected pair, controls which scan it is being compared to. Compare Scans shows global differences, such as the movement of teeth, and indicates the differences in the teeth positions and arch shape. You can use one of the 3 different view modes. Overlay mode allows you to compare scans and see differences in teeth positioning and arch shape. Difference Map indicates sites where significant changes are detected. The view of the scans can be changed. You can adjust the thresholds using the threshold bar on the right. Note that the difference map here encompasses the entire model, including the gingiva. This enables you to see tooth movement changes, such as in orthodontic treatment cases. Scan Cross-Section shows a cross-section of 2 overlaid scans. Use the cross-section tool by drawing a line on the 3D model where you want the cross-sectional view. You can adjust the cross-section's orientation and position by dragging the blue dots that appear on the plane. You can hide part of the scan for a better view using Disable Clipping Plane. The resulting cross-section appears by default on the cross-section sub-window. This window can be enlarged using the Maximize button. To make a measurement, press on any 2 points on the cross-section's outlines and a green line will appear alongside a linear distance measurement. Compare Teeth highlights tooth-specific changes, which can be used for tracking changes to a specific tooth's morphology, caused by erosion, abrasion, attrition, chipping, and so forth. To compare the teeth, the same set of viewing tools is available here, including the Overlay View, Difference Map, and Cross-Section. The difference here is that each tooth is overlaid to the corresponding tooth in the selected scan pair, as opposed to the arch-to-arch comparison available in the Compare Scans mode. Note that the difference map here encompasses only teeth and differentiates between additive changes, shown in blue and purple, and reductive changes, shown in orange and red, where the loss of tooth substance is detected. In the tooth cross-section, you must click on the tooth that you want to compare. Then place the plane. You can hide part of the scan for a better view. Now on the cross-section view, you can take the measurements of the points of interest. Placement of the plane can be adjusted, as well as placement of the measurement points. The Visualize tools are used to educate and communicate with patients. In simulation, the patient's scans are arranged chronologically on the timeline, as shown by the blue points with the scan dates below. Simulation can be done manually, moving between scans using the arrow icons on either side of the play icon. By pressing play, an animated transition between scans is shown. This allows for a powerful visualization that engages the patient. This option can also be looped if needed. The comparison slider allows you to smoothly slide between chosen scans. Just move the slider to the left or right to see the difference between compared older and newer scans. The comparison slider can also be used for cases of teeth wear to visualize the difference. The Tools tab includes Snapshot. It allows you to take a snapshot of the screen view while using different tools. Snapshots are named with the tool currently being used, for example, Simulation, and placed in the location specified in the settings in the folder with patient name and date. The ruler is for taking linear measurements between 2 points. You can make more than one measurement and on multiple scans separately to compare. You're now ready to monitor your patients and take patient care to the next level with TRIOS Patient Monitoring.